Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Sci Herald. Let's go straight to some news that science brought us in the end of 2016. Our first story comes from the new science magazine Science Robotics. Scientists developed an exoskeleton system to help people with quadriplegia to recover control of their hands. People in this condition can perform movements with their body, but the fine control of their limbs is essentially lost, impairing any daily activity like eating or drinking. The researchers developed this support system to be attached to patients' hands so they can carry out such basic tasks like eating without depending on others. The whole system is made portable so it can be used during daily life, offering hope for a better life to these people. You can check their full video in the link here. But last year there was another health issue that attracted attention from the whole world: Zika virus. Zika virus was pointed to have a possible relation with fetal malformation and Guillain-Barré syndrome in adults, but since the research needs detailed investigation and that takes time, definitive conclusions were pending. This recent report on U.S. cases established more hints on the relation between Zika and fetal deformations, taking the danger of the Zika very seriously and advising Zika virus checking for pregnant women. Also, a report on Zika virus in pregnant women in Rio de Janeiro came out, confirming the harmful effects to the fetus, including fetal death, growth restriction, and other abnormalities. But there is also good news. Scientific reports brings this relatively fast and cheap equipment for Zika virus detection. This is very good news, since many areas affected by the virus do not have much financial resources, and low-cost detection becomes a very important first step for other medical approaches. And talking about health danger, snakes. I mean, venomous snakes. Every year, 100,000 people die of snake bites, and 3 million suffer severe after-bite injuries like losing limbs. A major problem is that each snake has a very specific venom and requires a specific antidote. But we can now have hope to envision a single antidote for many different toxins. In this paper published in the Journal of the American Chemical Society, scientists in California report making a nanoparticle that captures various different snake poison components called phospholipase A2, or PLA2 for short. Since each snake produces their own version of this poison, together with other toxic molecules, being able to bind to a variety of them is the first step towards a universal antivenom. There is also another natural threat to life that many people fear: tsunamis. 230,000 people were killed in 2004 Sumatra earthquake, and another 20,000 in 2011 Tohoku earthquake, both by tsunamis. It takes precious time to predict where tsunamis are generated and how big they are. Now, this team of scientists in Japan and Taiwan worked a way to come with tsunamis crucial information in 20 minutes by just using the available GPS system. When tsunamis form, a charge displacement also takes place in the higher levels of the atmosphere called ionosphere. This displacement, called tsunami ionospheric hole, changes the electric charge in the high regions above the quake epicenter, and starts forming 10 minutes after the main shock. Observing how this charge changes, the team of researchers created a way to calculate tsunami's height that could be used in an early warning system. Finally, last month there was the Nobel Week, laureating great scientists for the greatest contribution to mankind. But maybe 2016 Nobel Prize in Physics, awarded to Thales, Haldane and Kosterlitz, was the least clear for most people. They were awarded for their work in topological phases of matter and topological phase transitions, but the key word topological is very abstract and hard to understand. Yet, their work has led to great advancements in physics, reflecting on nowadays research. We can take 3 examples from this month regarding superconductors, materials that conduct electricity with zero resistance. Relating to the Nobel Prize, fancier superconductors are being discovered, known as topological superconductors. One of these newly discovered superconductors appeared in Nature Communications, in this material that included tin with a negative charge instead of the usual positive charge. It belongs to a family of materials called antiperovskite, and is the first one of its kind to become a superconductor. As a topological material, it seems to have a complicated conduction profile depending on direction. Another study published in Science Advances theoretically investigates even more exotic topological superconductors that behave a bit like a particle called neutrino. They could become a material lab to study neutrinos that are particles that usually require very big and complex facilities to be detected, like the ones awarded the 2015 Nobel Prize. This happens because these materials host a peculiar particle called Majorana fermions. These Majorana fermions are particles that are their own antiparticles, and neutrinos are supposed to be one of them. And in experiments, these Majorana particles have been observed forming in this paper published in Science. We are not yet in a position for application of such materials to new technologies, which is the next level of the abstraction, concretization, application chain, but steps are already being taken in this direction. For now, we have quite exotic materials to play with in the lab. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Bye bye!